Yawn. Hello. Hello. Is there a time gap for something to be called retro? 15 years. Not 10, 15. It's 15 years old and things are retro, so the PS3 is officially retro. Does that mean no, you can play retro games on new consoles. I played Star Fox and Super Metroid on the Switch. There's still Metroid. They're still retro. Just depends on when they came out. Hello. So 15 years ago, is Skyrim oh yeah, because it came out on 11/11/11, right? It came out on 11/11/11. Yeah, so Skyrim's almost a retro game. Yeah, so a game when it comes out, and I would say is completed, is retro after 15 years. So Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft will never be retro games because they're constantly updating. But soon Final Fantasy 11 will become a retro game because that one is no longer updating. Wait, that means no, Minecraft is still updating, Rebel? Minecraft is still updating, and like major updates, not like patches. They're adding new biomes. They're adding new biomes and whatnot. So it's not a retro game because it's still being modified. The game has to be completed for it to be retro. And Skyrim is no, Skyrim will be retro because it came out in 11/11/11 and has not received any meaningful updates in a long time. So it received no major updates. It just added some extra story modes. I can never get into any Final Fantasy games. Interesting. I had to beg Mama Neil to get me Skyrim because it had N for mature on it, and she thought it was gonna be like Fantasy GTA. And it's like, Mama Neil, it's like Lord of the Rings. And she's like, oh, fight dragons, okay. So, yeah. That's what a retro game is. The game has to no longer be receiving meaningful updates. So if it gets a balance patch, that's not a meaningful update. If they add new content, that is a meaningful update. So Minecraft is not retro because it's still being updated. MMOs are largely not retro because they still receive meaningful updates. It can be Fantasy GTA if you want it to be, but that's not the intended playthrough. So I was able to show Mom and Neil footage of the game and be like, please, Mom, please, Mom, please. So, yeah. What's the game that would have recently become retro because it no longer receives... But yeah, Skyrim, I guess next year Skyrim will be a retro game. Next year. It's not retro yet. Next year. 15 years. 15 years and then it becomes retro. Oh, hello, good morning. I'm EP. I am tired. Oh boy, am I EP. I'm probably gonna have to lay down after this, which sucks because the whole point of the stream was for me to get up. We'll see how I feel in an hour. That's how it is. Have you guys seen... I keep seeing pictures of Leon from RE9 and I don't know if that's actually what he's gonna look like. I am concerned. They released mouse controls for the Switch 2 version of Mario Paint. No retro game? No, that's not a meaningful update. That would be considered a balance patch. They didn't add any new content. Oh, I'm thinking. There we go. They didn't add any meaningful content. They just added a balance patch so that it could be played with a mouse. That doesn't change the gameplay. Mario Paint would still be retro. It has to be a meaningful update where new content is released or there is a major change to the gameplay. So adding mouse compatibility is not considered a major update. That would be considered a balance patch or fix. It has to add a major update. E.T. the game is retro? Epic can't make money off of people making skins for UT games, so they pulled the plug. What's UT? I have no knowledge about this topic. Retro games. Rebel, you've only been alive. See, I'm retro. You're not. Retro games are games that are 15 years old or more, and most of us here are hitting our 30s or are in our 30s. Yo, what's up, gamers? Except for Quaggers, he's a zoomer. Quaggers is a zoomer, but most of us are hitting 30. Oh, Unreal Tournament. Okay. Hitting 30 or are 30. So we've been alive for long enough that games are no longer considered modern, they're considered retro. Okay, buddy, yup. It's something that you'll feel when you get older because time is a parallax and you'll be like, what? Skyrim came out yesterday. It came out 15 years ago. Time has no meaning. Time has no meaning. And be like, I remember back in the good old days. I remember back in the good old days. But when you platformed and you failed and you ate shit and you had to start the game all over again because there were no save points. The only way you could save your progress is by getting codes at the end of the arcade machine and then putting them in when you start your game. Rawr! I am not a mommy VTuber. A mommy VTuber requires having children, and I categorically refuse. I am not a mommy tuber. Though sometimes I feel like a kindergarten teacher because I can't count the amount of times where I've had to explain the birds and the bees. I've had the sex talk on stream. I've had to have the puberty talk on stream. I am not a mom VTuber. I am not. I am a kindergarten teacher. Today we're gonna learn about gas chromatography. I would scold you for your bad takes. I am like the mom friend. I am a mom friend. I'm not a mommy tuber though. I am not a mommy tuber. It's an ad for games from 1998. Let's go! What is happening? We are debating whether or not I'm a mommy tuber. I feel like I'm too much of a lolly gremlin to be a mommy tuber. I'm too much of a lolly gremlin to be a mommy tuber, I think. It's one of those things where it's like on stream, off stream. On stream, I'm an absolute menace and a goddamn child. But then in Discord, I'm just like, did you eat your vegetables? You dumb fuck, how are you gonna grow if you don't eat your fucking vegetables? The internet makes you feel ancient, right? I swear, I'm not even 300 years old yet, okay? And then there are people on Twitter being like, oh my god, I just hit 22. And my bones ache and everything sucks now. And it's like, good lord. Oh. So for the 12 games of Christmas, the first week I played a lot of retro games, and this week I'm playing a lot of new games. I have been dying now to play. I am not 7 years old. You see, I'm level 228. I'm level 228. Yoda's probably older than me. Yoda's probably older than me. What is up with the 6, 7? So, Rebel, as you get older, you'll start making fun of young people for the jokes that they make. As you get older, you'll start making fun of the quote-unquote youngins. It's like 21, but for young people, yeah. Thought we went to A9 now. What in the skibbity sigma do you mean? Yeah, that's just the way of life. That's just the way of life. You too will join us, Rebel. You too will join us in making fun of the youngins and their laboobos. Though I don't make fun of people with laboobos. I was into something called cookie clickers when I was a kid, which is pretty much the same things. Here we go. So these are cookie clickers. And I was super into them as a kid. These are just little pens, and I had like 10 of them as a kid, which is a lot. They're little pens with ugly little faces. And I had so many of them. Kooky pens. I was so into them. So, it's like ugly moe? You know when something's so ugly it's cute? So I understand laboobos. I understand laboobos. Because I was also into the ugly gat moe stuff as a kid. Ugly gat moe collectibles. Hold up, most of y'all are old? Yeah, most people here, I would say a majority of the people here are older than 30 years old. With me and Quaggers being the exception. Most of the people that follow me are around their 30s. Y'all fave time game is Pokemon Go. My fave game of all time is Majora's Mask. Quaggers is like early to mid 20s. Exception gang, ayy. See, I'm not 30 yet. I'm not 300 yet. I'm approaching though, and when I hit 30, I'm gonna have a hag party with all of my friends. Gonna have all my female friends over and we're gonna have a hag party. Yeah, that is the best sell. It's so good. I love it. I love it. So, no hate on Labubu's. I was into the ugly Gat Moe stuff as a kid too. I was into ugly Gat Moe stuff as a kid. That's just normal. That's normal. Yeah, I'll get hag status. hag? Okay, so there's a lot of context here, Rebel. There's a lot of context here. No, it is not quaggers. It is not old woman but menhera. So the word hag means an old woman, like a crone, a grandma. That is what that word hag means. It's an old hag. She's got a bent back, right? Her hair is white, and she's got she's old, right? An old woman, right? That's what the word hag means. But calling someone who's 30 a hag is, calling someone who's 30 as a hag is actually a derogatory statement that has been recently reclaimed by women. So even still to this day, women are told that if they don't have kids by the time they're 30, they're dried up, they're old, and nobody wants them. It is a general sentiment that women over the age of 30 are unattractive and undesirable and hags. It's not Twitter weirdos. It's not Twitter weirdos, Tyrant. All men. I'm gonna all men it here. Because this was before Twitter. This is IRL stuff, not Twitter. As a certified woman, this is not just Twitter. This is in real life. It is a boomerism, but it's also a millennialism. It's only in the past 5 years that people have been flipping the script on it. It's only the past 5 years that it's kind of been flipping the script. But for a very long time and whatnot, because I've seen this in person, people tell you that you're dried up, nobody will want you, you're 30, right? You're second best. If you're over 30 and unmarried, right? You probably have noticed there's a lot of, when you watch movies, it doesn't matter how old the guy is, the girl is always in her 20s. Doesn't matter how old the guy is, the girl is always in her 20s. This has been going on for a very long time, and it's only been in the past 5 years that the script has been flipped, where women are taking back the term hag and being like, yeah, I'm a hag. I'm 30. We hit a life milestone. We hit a life milestone. I'm 30. I'm a hag. Let's go. It's only been the past 5 years that women have been kind of reclaiming it. The age of 30 is in demand, quote Hosho Marin. And as things go, people's desires flip, right? For a long time in the early millennial years, being very thin and being anorexic was in fashion. I remember going to school and anorexia was all the fave with the girls because everyone on TV was super thin. All the models are super thin. And now we've flipped into wanting curvy bodies, right? Because people are tired of seeing unhealthy women, right? It's shifted. And it will shift again back to desiring thin women at a point in time. Hopefully, we'll desire healthy thin women. Hopefully. But the shift, the script will shift back. It will. So right now we're in a flip where now people are desiring older women. It is very common now that people want a mommy. Hag maxing is hag maxing. Sort of reminds me of all the guys who prioritize getting some all the time before graduating high school. Yeah. Hag maxing is dating only women who are over 30. It's coming back. Everyone is concerned for Ariana Grande. Everyone is like absolutely concerned with Ariana Grande. I have not seen anybody be like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. I've seen so many people be like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on behind the scenes of that movie? Why does she look like she's dying? Who the hell came up with hag maxing? This is just internet slang, Rebel. It's like how I'm girl rot maxing. It's just doing something to the maximum. My room's a mess. I'm rot maxing. Just slang. Yeah, that girl needs to eat. So, calling someone a hag is generally a derogatory statement, and you still shouldn't call people a hag. You really shouldn't call people a hag. Let them call themselves hags, but generally it's still rude to call someone a hag. Yeah, both the leading ladies look like they're dying in Wicked. It is horrific. Like, what is going on there? I know there's a whole thing where some people will become unattractive on purpose as some way to rebel. Usually when that happens, they're not starving themselves. The thing, when people become unattractive on purpose in order to like make it so that people don't desire them, they don't typically hurt themselves. They don't typically hurt themselves to do it. Are you Coke maxing? Actually, I haven't had any Coke. I just have water with me. I don't have Coca-Cola at the moment. I'm out of pop. If you're ugly maxing, you're like Billie Eilish. You're wearing a bunch of baggy clothes, like your hair is messy and unkempt, right? You're going out of your way to make yourself look not that nice because you don't want to attract attention. Or you're dressing up goth because the people around you hate goth kind of thing. You're not starving yourself because that is painful. It is not a comfortable feeling. Getting some before high school ends or you're lame or stupid is sickening. It is sickening. It's disgusting. Kids should not be having sex. They should not. They should not. Hello. Yeah. Honestly, I like her. Yeah, no, so it's not about when you do something, it's generally for the people around you, right? Not for everyone in the world ever, right? If you live where I live, being goth would be doing that because generally speaking, that's not something the people where I live are into, right? And so if people are like, oh, if you smiled more, maybe you should put on makeup, and then you come in as a freaking goth, people are going to be like, what's wrong with you, right? That is dressing in a way purposely to be unattractive. You are dressing in a way that you like so that you become unattractive to the people around you. But that doesn't mean that nobody likes goth stuff, right? It just means that you're sticking it to the man in your local area. Goth doesn't mean rebelling. Punk is rebelling. But goth doesn't mean to rebel. Goth is... Yeah, goth is not rebelling. Punk as a subculture is the rebelling one. Retro games are hard, am I right? You remember meeting kids in middle school already talking about getting married? See, no, that's fine, Doctor. When you meet kids in middle school talking about getting married, they're trying to copy the adults around them because that's what their parents are telling them. That's what their parents are telling them. That is normal kids trying to mimic adult behavior to appear more responsible and mature. This is why we don't give kids any power. This is why we don't give any power. There were actual punk wars in Mexico in the 2000s. Ooh. Getting married is just being girlfriend boyfriend with extra steps. Yeah, kids will often mimic the behaviors of adults around them to appear more mature. So they'll talk about getting married like in elementary school because that's what their perception of being an adult is. That's what being an adult means to them, right? It means getting married. They don't know what getting married means, but they know they have to do it to be an adult, right? That in and of itself is harmless because they don't have the power to get married. They can't do anything about it. I can go to college or your life is over. You met your girlfriend in middle school. Ooh, nice. Nice. Yeah. It's when kids start talking about and engaging in sexual behaviors is when you get concerned because that is something that they can do without any parental consent. Like, that can be dangerous for kids. That has actual health repercussions, but talking about getting married doesn't. They can't do anything about that, thankfully. The whole reason, Oswaldo, they say go to college or your life is over, is because 20 years ago that was a thing, Oswaldo. They said go to college. Back in the boomer age, okay, you would be stuck in a factory job, right? Not able to move up. And you want to provide as a single income household, right? You want to provide as a single income household for your 4 people in your family, you, your wife, and your 2 kids, right? So if you can afford it, which you could at the time, right? Because your single family income could support that. You want to give your child the best life possible. And the best life possible is sending them to college because that increases the amount of money they can make starting. And it increases their work opportunities. Because they can do the same factory job you can. But now they can go higher levels in that factory job, right? Or they could become a doctor and make a lot of money, right? The good old days, trademark. There were more opportunities that opened up to you. And slowly, as time went on, it became a requirement. People would not give you a job unless you had that useless paper. You could not get that factory job until you had the piece of paper, which is dumb because you didn't need the piece of paper to do the job beforehand, right? So that was very much a thing, and now we flip back to there's no point in going to college because you're still going to be working at McDonald's anyways. We have flipped the other way, and now there's no point going to college because you're going to be working McDonald's anyways, so might as well get there early and get a salary or like work your way up the chain there. So, good morning, good morning. False for me, at least. Yeah, for you live in a completely different side of the world, Quackers. So that is different. That is different. Hey, when boomers talk crap about us having low attention spans, if they got like they did. Okay, so they say it's a blanket statement, but it is true, Doctor. It is true. Unfortunately, because of iPad kids, and this is largely millennials' fault, because of iPad kids now have worse attention spans. There is an actual attention economy and attention issues that are being caused because from a very, very, very young age, kids have been fed a mass amount of dopamine that skews how your brain works. You're an iPad, me. So it is not as bad as they're making it out to be, but also just as bad as they're making it out to be. You are at a disadvantage, Rebel. I don't know how you were raised, but essentially, it is a young age dopamine addiction, okay? So this works the same as any addiction. It ain't retro games no more. I don't have to talk about retro games the whole time. It's just a good starting topic. Yeah, no, they assume ADHD never existed. There is bona fide medical conditions. Yeah, Rebel, that's how chatting streams work. That's how chatting streams work, Rebel. We start with a topic, then we go where we go. We start with a topic, and then we go where we go. But a dopamine addiction is when your brain is overloaded with dopamine and it doesn't know what to do when it's not there, so it constantly seeks it. That creates an attention deficit. Not attention deficit disorder, but you've essentially trained your brain into an attention deficit disorder because your brain is expecting dopamine at regular intervals and you're not getting it. It is literally an addiction, right? Your brain is addicted to short bursts of dopamine at very, very frequent intervals. And when you don't give it that, it starts like trying to get it. It goes into withdrawals, right? So you start seeking out things that'll give you dopamine. For some people like me, I need pop. And when I don't have pop, I really, 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 really need to have pop. And so that's where the problem with iPad kids kind of happens, is from a very young age, they've been trained to have these constant dopamine spikes. And then when they don't have it, they will seek it, which leads to short attention spans because they're not getting the dopamine, and their brain is trying to find any way to get the dopamine, which can make it hard to focus, right? Because you're constantly going to be dragged away into something that is like, I want the brain juice. Yeah, we learning today. So there is most definitely the genetic attention deficit disorder. Abso-freaking-lutely. The problem is now we are giving kids a sort of addiction-based ADHD now. Because weed, it is legal. It is legal. I live in Canada. I do not do weed, though. I have multiple medications, and the only time I can have alcohol is midday, so I have heart medication specifically, so one video of the kid playing Minecraft on one iPad and scrolling TikTok on the other, yeah. So it is very much an actual problem. It is very much an actual problem. Ever since I was a kid, I'd use the TV split screen feature. You needed it. Huh. I do not have that. I do like to have music on when I'm working, but I can sit in silence for very long periods of time. Road trips do not scare me. I am very comfortable with being not stimulated for very long periods of time. A very good chunk of ADHD meds are amphetamine based. Oh. You need their daily sustenance of slop. It is a dopamine addiction, Oswaldo. It is a dopamine addiction. It's like how I feel bad when I don't have pop for an extended period of time. Except it has more consequences. Now it has more consequences because it literally affects your ability to pay attention to things, affects the rest of your life. Have you seen? I have not seen Baby Driver. So when I'm in a quiet room with ringing noise that gets louder, it's not normal? Do you have tinnitus, Oswaldo? I cannot drive for 1 hour without touching the wheel. I have a very old car. My car is retro, shall we say. It's more than retro. My car is more than retro. I have hand crank windows. And no aux cord. My car is old. I have hand crank windows. And I can't even cruise control. I don't have cruise control. I gotta be like mentally present 100% of the time when I'm driving. I won't tell you what I drive though. I used to drive a 2007 Chevy Malibu. That had automatic window buttons. Yeah, they had buttons through the windows, and then that one exploded. So now I drive an older car that has hand crank windows. I do not have a cassette tape. It has a CD player. It has a CD player. But yeah, I have a Bluetooth in the cigarette lighter. I have a Bluetooth connector in there so I can play my music on the radio. Question mark, question mark, question mark? Did anyone ever actually use the cigarette lighter to light cigarettes? Has that ever been a thing? I've never seen someone use it to actually light cigarettes. Is it manual? It is automatic. It is an automatic car. That is the most you're gonna get out. That is the most you're gonna get out of me for the car, okay? It's an automatic. It is an automatic car that's about as manual as it gets, with hand crank windows, little push pins for my side mirrors, a CD player, no auxiliary cord. There's no input. Basically, my first car was really old and rusty, and a rock kicked and blew out the engine while I was driving. A rock or something launched at Mach speed on the undercarriage and poked a hole in my engine, and basically the car died. I know what it is because the Sakuro snitched on stream. You keep that quiet, Sparks. You keep that quiet. You keep that quiet. You had to drive Hummers all day. Love it. Nice. And normally a Sakura is pretty good about not spoofing up, but it does happen on occasion. Yeah, I drive a Mini Cooper. I drive a smart car because I'm tiny. That's what it is. That's what it is. So my old car was a Rust Bucket, and this car is Carlamari. Yep, that is the name of my car. Carlamari. Oh goodness, I sneezed. Guys, you'll never guess. Well, you will guess what, but I have some good news. I got my internet upgraded. I can finally use my phone in my own house without having to use data. Woo! I can now... A shipment delay. Again! I'm beginning to think that's a scam. Okay. As much as brain rot is irritating, you indulge in it. There's nothing wrong with brain rot. It's just make sure that you manage yourself and be careful that you don't give yourself attention problems. Just, it's okay to indulge every once in a while. Just do not become overindulgent in brain rot. 4K 120 FPS streams. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I have 1 gigabit per second upload download. 1 gigabit per second. It took me 2 minutes to download. I started downloading a game and it was done downloading before the song was done. I was watching 2 Twitch streams at the same time. And it downloaded a 30 gigabyte game in 2 minutes. We are living the life. We are living the good life, guys. Wow. No Italian brain rot. Yeah, no. Don't be too overindulgent. What are we talking about now? I lost focus. We're talking, I just told you guys that I got an internet upgrade. And I got really good internet now. And I'm cleaning my glasses. Safe to say your dreams of having a PC is dead in the water. Yeah, I hate tech bros. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. Cut it out with your AI nonsense and your freaking NFTs and garbage. They just ruin everything they touch. I am gonna become a cave woman with a pitchfork that yells whenever there's a new phone release. I'm gonna become a cave woman with a pitchfork whenever there's a new tech released, because they just ruin everything. Oh, AI is gonna be great. Great, yeah. Now all of our RAM is freaking gone. Thanks, buds. Gonna be shipped back in 2 days for the holidays. See you! Have a good holiday! Have a good holiday! Dankeschön! Please don't chat with chatbots, Rebel. For now, if there's any hill to die on, do not chat with chatbots. They are not real. They tell you only what you want to hear. They don't actually help you. Do not chat with chatbots. Don't do it. Let's look at the bottom of the gaming hierarchy. The Chromebook is below. It is. The Chromebook is below everything. You act like I'm using the code Vanille. I only chat with roleplay bots. Rebel, I have many fears because I have known many people that do. Unironically, talk with chatbots. It's fine to roleplay, but like, there are many people that like actually talk with them, and it makes me concerned. I use 0% AI. I'm an AI hater. I hate AI and how people are now becoming reliant on it. I hate it. Hate. If you try to look up Wind Waker monster bag, Google's AI will tell you how to get the monster bag of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, where Kilton's shop is. Because AI does not work like a search engine. It takes a look at each individual word and thinks, what's the most likely thing that you're going to Google? What are you going to look? And it sees Monster Bag has more recent hits with Tears of the Kingdom than it does with Wind Waker. So it feeds you Tears of the Kingdom information. So if I know that that is blatantly freaking wrong, I cannot trust anything that AI tells me, because it's going to tell me what other people have looked up recently. You cannot trust it. You cannot trust it. 0%. So if I don't know a topic, I have 0% trust that what the AI is telling me is actually true. 0% trust. I am sorry, guys. I'm a certified tech hater. I am a certified tech hater. AI isn't a truth machine, but it's a nice generalization machine. When I look up for things, I look for truth, not generalizations. Yeah, AI feeding off of other AI, so now it's weirder. It's the dead internet theory, but now it's faster! Woo! Dead internet theory, but we go in Mach speed, baby! I just tried that. I gave you the correct answer for the monster bag search. I am glad. However, comma, you only know it's the right answer because I told you it's the right answer. You only know it's the right answer because I told you it's the right answer. How do you get the monster bag in Wind Waker? Did you see in Discord when someone asked about ChatGPT about kids and it gave them a recipe to bake a baby? Ah! Let's go. They'll never take away my artistry. I draw hands. My hatred for AI is when people are using them to make paleo art. When I see AI paleo art, I'm like, there's no passion, no. I'm just a certified AI hater. I'm a certified AI hater. Certified AI hater. I have no trust. I've officially become a caveman with a pitchfork. That is me. That is me. The AI overlords will not spare you. No, I'll fight them to the death. I will fight them to the death, and I will die with honor. I will die with honor. It's funny seeing Twitter going in a death spiral when it showed the location of profile. The reason it was going in, I was worried that it was going to show like my actual location. I'm glad it only shows that I'm in Canada. But I think it's hilarious that most of the US government accounts were from India or Asia. Hello, Canada. What's that? No, it shows. Yeah, so it shows the country that it's based from. It shows the country where the account holder operates from. And most American like accounts are actually bots in India. There's a lot of stuff where it's like the US government is actually based in India. Yeah, the account for Homeland Security was in Israel. A lot of big country accounts were not based in their own country. They've been outsourcing their social media. Yeah, I thought that was funny. I was worried that it would be like city name, and it's like, no! I was so prepared to delete my account. Yeah, a lot of grifters and political drummers were not US based. Yeah. I got one company, they found out it was a bunch of people from There's, I think, a lot of work, more work than we realize, has been outsourced outside of our borders. And nobody wanted to admit that because of national pride. Nobody wanted to admit that because of national pride. Wait, if Canada doesn't exist, does that... Oh, no, we found out! Canada's a psyop! Oh, no! Tigers just found out! I'm sorry, sweetie. Canada's a psyop by the Australian government. It's a psyop to keep America in check, to let them know that they're surrounded by the Commonwealth. There is, in fact, nothing up here. It's a frozen wasteland. Oswaldo, so the reason why Lower Saxony is farther north is because it's not north-south based. It is height based. In the south, in Germany, are the Alps. So that's where Hochdeutsch and all that stuff comes from. It is higher up. Versus the north of Germany, which is lower and closer to sea level. That is the interesting bit of north. That's Germany is very interesting in that regard. Mama Nilly's calling. Give me 1 second. Mama Nilly called. Sorry. I apologize. She had to take her dog to the ER because he ate a grape, and I guess grapes are really bad for dogs. So she was regaling to me how much he pooped. He's being watched. So grape is bad. Yeah, he got a grape when he shouldn't have, and Hope Dog is okay. They're keeping an eye on him right now. So hopefully he will be, but oh no, yeah, we talked about dog poopy. So because he's a small dog, it's hitting him more. Yeah, grapes are bad for dogs, apparently. One of them rolled off the table and he got to it before they could. Yeah, poison. Your cousin had a baby. She's the exact cousin that neglected her older daughter's leg. Your other cousin got I hope that your other cousin gets custody of this new kid too. Ooh. That grape is poison for dogs. So they're keeping an eye on him. Hopefully he'll be okay. So I might refund something and then buy it again and see if that helps. Because this is the third delay email I have gotten for this stupid thing. Woo! There we go. Bye bye, that joke made me sad. Okay, bye bye, Quaggers. Bye bye. I also got hazed by Mom and Neil for having a wake up stream so late in the day, so harum. That is, she still doesn't respect that I'm a night owl. The only time that people are allowed to be awake is when she's awake. It's the only time people can be awake. Oh, it's open. I can't change file name. Okay. So now what? Now I regale to you how terrible my life is, and how Mama Nilly doesn't love me, and how I've been abandoned. Oh, I need to make next week's waiting room while I'm here. Why don't I work on that while I'm here? Can't have Jack in this house. Nothing. Nothing. All right. There we go. Yeah, parents never I don't get it. Like, she worked a little bit of nights before, but it's like, sorry. I opened a program and it hates me. I opened a program and it hates me. Oh, nope. There we go. I just gotta make a thumbnail now. Now I have to bring it so I can look at it. it didn't take a picture with the background. Mother trucker! There we go. Okay. Hope you like me up close and personal, guys. There we go. Hi. Hi. How's it going? Who's Ricky and Sigurd? Who's Ricky and Sigurd? I know Sigrid and Bird. I don't know who Ricky and Sigurd is. Too close. Too close. Too close. Hi. Please stop. No! Who is Ricky and Sigurd? Who are they? I want names! Give me names! Don't hold your breath, your head will pop. No! Oh, Ricky and Sigurd in chat. Oh, okay. I was like, what? I've never heard of this before. Okay. Big yawn. Okay, there we go. Big yawn. Who else was I referring? You never know. You never know. There could be someone else. There could be some Marvel superheroes that I have no idea exist. There's so many things it could be. So many things it could be. Wow, big yawn, big yawn. There we go. Oh, all right, let's make this. What's Raccoon Man? What's Raccoon Man? What's Raccoon Man? What's Raccoon Man? Raccoon Man, I totally did not make up for the bit. Hey! Hey! You made him up! I believed you! How could you betray my trust like this? How could you betray my trust like this? Oh, no big yawn. Big yawn. Good Lord, guys, I want to go back to bed so bad. You have no idea. Oh, goodness, jeebies. I am the sleep incarnate. I am the one who sleeps. I am the one who sleeps. It is I, Batman. I'm Batman. Woo! Now, do you have groceries to get? I do. I have my grocery list here. I have to get groceries. I have to... What else do I have to... Oh, no, I have to do my forms. I finally got the PayPal to send me the thing. Oh, no. Maybe I'll lay down for like an hour. Singular. Maybe I'll lay down for a singular hour. So that... I can eat. That might be nice. You guys were to bet $100 you can beat me in Driven to Win. You're gonna have to... What the heck is Driven to Win? What in the mother trucky? What in the mother trucky is Driven to Win? How many else probably like rub some dirt? Yeah, just rub some dirt in your eyes. You'll wake right up. Works for me 10 times out of 10. There we go. I just have to make this thumbnail. I just have to make this thumbnail. Just. Racing games. Racing games are fun. Oh yeah. Bigyon! Bigyon! There we go. I found some. Copy. Copy. Oh my god, my brain is shut off. Ah! My brain! Oh, it's similar to Mario Kart, but better. I don't know. Garf Kart is peak. Have you guys played Garf Kart? I am actually pretty decent at Garf Kart. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty decent at Garf Kart. I am, shall we say, skilled. Skilled. What retro games did you talk about? I talked about how, I didn't talk about a retro game. I talked about how, games are retro when they're 15 years old. But my favorite retro game is Majora's Mask. I love it. We were playing Super Metroid for the first time, and I actually super enjoy that one. So I'm definitely gonna finish Super Metroid. It's a blast. I've actually had a really good time with all the games that I picked for, again, the 12 games of Christmas. I have had a really good time with them, so, Soup Metroid is fun. It is. Soup Metroid. Ooh. Yeah, Skyrim's almost retro. It's almost retro. Almost. Big yawn. Sorry. Oh my lord. That was a yawn and a half, guys. Oh good lord. Big yawn. Confirm, I have not seen Cars 3. No, Cars 3 is absolutely my favorite movie. Sorry, Sparks was, I forgot. Absolutely my favorite movie of all time ever. Definitely. 100%. Absolutely. 10 out of 10 right there. There we go. I made a stand-in thumbnail. Schedule a stream. we go. Yeah, we're best. Yeah, we're absolutely best friends. Hell yeah. Speaking of movies, what's ever mine is Cars 3 apparently. I love Cars 3. I love it when Montgomery passes the torch. It's such a good, that's how much of a Cars fan I am. You guys know that Lightning McQueen's name was Montgomery? Did you know that? His name's Montgomery. Here's his Ready Player One. If anyone... I watched that a long time ago. It was weird seeing Tracer in a movie. But I really like The Prince of Egypt. The Prince of Egypt was really good. The music, amazing. The artwork, amazing. I don't think we'll get a movie like Prince of Egypt again in a very long time. Lord of the Rings trilogy must be my fave. I think the one I enjoy most is Two Towers, though. Oh. There we go. I have now made the Christmas karaoke waiting room. I will make a trailer video as well for that one, but I'll do that after. I have to pick out my set list first. The one with yeah! The guy who voices Voldemort voices Ramesses in Prince of Egypt. Oh, what? There's some kind of biological fusion, Savri. They're not AI. They are living, breathing cars. Your favorite movie's The Good, the Bad, the Weird. Oh. Big yawn. They're no humans. They are the prominent race. They are. What's my favorite Sabaton song? The Red Baron. I don't know. That one just slaps. That one slaps. The Red Baron is probably my favorite. The Red Baron, it goes hard. I love it. Yeah. Bismarck's great. It's just, I like how, I don't know. That one, I am a Snoopy fan. I do love Peanuts. I am a Snoopy fan. Oh. But yeah, I love the Red Baron. That one just really slaps. Crossing the Rubicon is also good, but Yeah, Red Baron is probably my favorite. Red Baron's probably my favorite. They also did a cover of Thunder God or something like what was it? They did a cover song and it was on Spotify and then they took it down. It was like Thor, Odin's son, protector of mankind, right to meet your fate, your destiny awaits. They did a cover of that and it was on Spotify, but it's not anymore, and I'm sad because I like that one. Twilight of the Thunder God. There we go. Yeah. That one's great. That one's great. Try Red Baron. I have no idea what Red Baron pizza is. Let me look that up. Red Baron pizza. Oh, it's a frozen pizza brand. Okay. You might have it on SoundCloud. I prefer to listen on Spotify. It's still on YouTube, so I listen to it at my computer, but when I drive my car, I can't. Having a 24/7 live stream of their music is smart. Yeah. See that? I have not received one copyright thing from them, and I am glad. They're so nice. Like, they are so nice. Oh no, guys. Oh, good lord. I gotta... Big yawn. Big yawn! Big yawn. Next week is gonna be Crimbus songs. Then we're probably gonna start the new year with anime. We're gonna start the new year with anime. I'm gonna just bop to some Vocaloid or something. That is it. Bismarck is no longer my favorite. Let's go! Woo! I love Bismarck. Don't get me wrong. That one, it's just... I love the high energy of Red Baron. That's what it is. I like the high energy of Red Baron. That is the jam for me. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I am gonna lay down for a little bit. I am gonna lay down here for a little bit. I think that's the solution. I think I'm gonna lay down and then I'm gonna do stuff. Oh lord, they changed their UI. Ah! Settings? Oh, no! What? Stream settings? There we go. Okay, they moved it. Why would you do that? YouTube, there was nothing wrong. You know what? Maybe we don't raid today. Maybe we just end. That's okay. Maybe we end. I am EP. Alright. I keep saying this, but I need to find people to raid on YouTube. I need to have a plethora of people at these times. All right. Have a nice rest. Thank you. I hope you guys have a good day. I'll try and be productive and get stuff done. Oh, I didn't... I should make next week's too. Hold on. I should make next week's too. Create. Go live. Schedule. We'll reuse this stream. What should we talk about next week? It'll be... What do they call it? They're called Chucky, but how do you spell Chucky? Chucky? There we go. Okay. So next week, we're gonna have a wakey bakey morning stream. I'm going to show you guys how I've decorated my place for Crimbus. And we're gonna take some Chuckies. Let me show you what a Chucky is. Let me show you what a Chucky is. Because I got a Chucky. I will... Where did the real question is, where did I put it? Where did I put my Chucky? There we go. Here's a Chucky. Titty Chucky. Wait, is there stream PNG? Perfect. All right. Image. Oh, hey, so this is my new Discord header that I made, which is cute. Not what I was going for, but that's cute. This is a Chucky. It's like a little Polaroid picture that you draw on. And I will show you guys pictures of my setup, and I will send holiday greetings photos for you guys. A Chucky. So, I can personalize them. We'll take a screenshot and then I can personalize them. I can write your name on it. We can doodle on it. And it'll be like a Christmas greetings from me. You can put it in your wallet. Hang it on your fridge. A Chucky. So, that one will be on Thursday, December 18th. Oh man, the one after that is Crimbles. I don't think I'm going to be able to stream on Crimbles. That's okay. Oh, if I put it in my wallet, can I count it as currency? I'm sure you could sell it to someone. So this is next week's chatting stream if you want to save that one. There we go. I want a keychain along a plushie and a fridge magnet. Me too! I want one too! Hopefully I will have a keychain for my 5th year anniversary. Hopefully I'll have a keychain for my 5th year anniversary. Is that like a pay thing or how does it work? Nah, I mean you can definitely tip me if you want to, but I will just do it. You can definitely tip me if you want to, but you can when we're there, I will just I will do them if you would like them. I will make a list down the side of the screen. And then we'll go through everyone to make sure. Your 5th year anniversary is coming up on March 6th. Let's go! My 5th year anniversary of streaming is February 8th. Woo! So, there we go. Next week is handled. Now I can go snooze for a little bit. Oh. I can go and snooze for a little bit. A rogue student bot usually repays people in fan art store. That's okay. Me too. You don't have to pay for anything. That is okie dokie. I feel that. I feel that. So I will see you guys next week. I feel the light fading from my body. It is so close to the anniversary, isn't it? Right? I gotta get shworking. Bye bye. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lay down for a minute. How cold is it out today? I kind of have to get groceries, so I can't put it off. Minus 20. Well, it sucks to suck. Oh well. Gotta do what you gotta do. Have fun, yeah. I'm gonna have fun in the dark snoozing. I shall see you guys. Otsu cookie. But at least I got next week's stream set up. We did one thing. Next week's streams are set up. So, I will Otsu cookie. That is Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? -4 Fahrenheit. So it's -20 Celsius or -4 Fahrenheit.